Oh hey, welcome to another edition of Socrates Go Summer. My name is Socrates. I'm still going places. For now. So today I'm starting here at the Kissin' Dutch People. Woo, Kissy XXL. I'm going to be heading to Haarlem, doing a comedy show tonight. At this point, I'm thinking about taking a bike ride there. It's only about 25 kilometers or so, only 18 from here. It's a beautiful late September day. Global warming. Woohoo! Netherlands, we appreciate it. It's not good for the planet, but we've had incredible weather here. Like I said, it's like the 30th of September. Hot enough to be sweaty and messing up my hair and the hat. Yeah. So let's head to Haarlem. As the ferry heads across the water. The eye. We're not going to be following the eye. We're going to be following the Haarlem something. That way. Let's go. So it came from down there where those windmills are in the distance. Also where the freight trains load and unload. Coincidentally, freight train. Empty freight train from the look of it. But we're right across from Sloterdijk. Amsterdam Sloterdijk. Bunch of rails intersect here. Even a little freight train going by. Headed down that way to go that way. And that brings us down to the major Haarlemmerweg. A long road that goes to Haarlem if you want to go weg naar Haarlem. With all these signs. You don't take the path on this side of the road. A little quieter than the path on that side of the road. Haarlem! You can see it's so much quieter over here. The one next to the road is going to be really loud. We play some football. And one of my favorite things about the Netherlands is they have standbeelds, statues in the middle of strange places. We just came down from there, about a kilometer or so away. Big roads over there. Alright. And we're still headed to Haarlem. This way. And I thought this was a pretty little spot. And it's just nice. Gezellig Nederlands. Now the green signs are the sort of country way, and the red ones are more or less the direct city way. We're taking the green route. And the road, you can almost hear it, it's just to our left. Very close by, but it's nice and peaceful over here. That's why the green routes are better than the red ones. Especially if you're on a bike. Highway's just over there. And we're just over here. Haarlem! Nederland. Still headed east. On the same green path, headed towards 0.26, 26. Another little cool statue in the middle of nowhere. Train line. Bike path. The occasional bike. And yet, a statue right here. So every nice path must come to an end. This one's not coming to an end here with another statue in the middle of nowhere. We're going to be following more signs. Haarlem is to the left. We're going to go that way. Haarlem! So got your hustly bustly of the highway. We just came from there. And I got to make a turn. Why? Well, I'm going to run into the water. So again, Haarlem to the left. Beautiful pieces of Dutch countryside. It's so quiet here, with the road so nearby. I think it's nicer down here on the bike path. Takes a little longer, a little more work, good exercise. Again, I just find it pretty. Just came past that blue signs where we came out. Zooming along here. Pretty piece of water. Over there is the railroad track that we were riding next to before. And the highway. And as you can imagine, Schiphol's that way, which is where the plane's going. We're headed to Haarlem. But Look, a bench with a nice little view. Time for a little break here in the Glut. We preserve these natural places everywhere here, giving nature a chance to exist. That's the Dutch. And just like that, we're in Halfweg, which is halfway between Haarlem and Amsterdam. It's Halfweg. So we're gonna go over the nice little bridge. Keep on riding, keep on riding, keep on riding. You talk about being here. I am right here in the Netherlands. Crossroads, bike paths, actual cars, and it's on the fietsroute. We're over here. We're headed into Haarlem itself. Let's continue along that way. Number 28. And once again, we just came from that way. We're going to be going down the path. Headed over to Haarlem. Going that way. Here at number 28. So we're over here. And that way, I think I might do the big round greeny thing because we're headed over here. But the green line is just slightly nicer than with cars, etc. You can see it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my Nederland? Planes coming into land. Cows taking a bit of a siesta. It's a hard life. Coming down from back that way, back alongside the railroad tracks. Headed down to Haarlem. The car is squeezing on this train too. Yeah, I saw I was German. But we still love you. Because we have to. Cows, Netherlands. More cars coming. So while we paralleled those train tracks for a while, just came to a big piece of water with a pretty long bridge. I believe this is called the Fort by the Limburg. These old World War I or II or pre that ancient forts that they had quite a few of here. If I was to guess, there's a train coming. Okay. There's a beautiful little bridge all along the water. You can see why the water makes this fort more effective. And it's a lot harder to get past it when you got to also go through the water. And they don't have a bridge built. Like they do now. Sprinter! More accurately, the jogger. The Fort by the Limburg. Not Limburg, the Limburg. Looks like a kunst place, an art type installment now. From war to art, that's life. Depending on what you had, I sure as hell wouldn't want to go up against a place like this. Swans are flying south, I suppose. This is the back side of the fort. Big earthen wall to protect you from the water side, which is over those hedges. Just the one defendable entrance. It's crazy the idea of these places being fought over. And as we're getting closer to Haarlem, some idyllic Dutch scene. Always with such beautiful water. Water is so pretty in its way. It's one of the things that's so beautiful about the Netherlands. This huge piece of wild wetland for the animals to live a little bit. You see Haarlem is over there and there. Lovely place. It's a nice little piece of art. And now we're like right in the middle of the city part of Haarlem. It really is nice as the countryside. But if you look in the right direction, it looks like the countryside. And you have the old city gates with the moat, which is pretty much just next to trash cans now on a crazy road. Cars making everything so much more peaceful. Haarlem city gates. And here we are. Hello, I'm Locals' venue tonight. Be there in just a second. Here in Haarlem. Beautiful canals in the old city. Quarter of the sign, Amsterdam's a mere 13 kilometers away. But we're here for the day. And do a show tonight. So check out that show, shall we? Most places call their big church the Grote Kerk. But I gotta tell you, in Haarlem, that is one of Grote Kerk. Just down the road from where we're headed to. So here we are in Haarlem, water and city, living in the middle. So that's going to be the space. This is the essence of gezellig, because this is just a room with some stuff in it, and it's not exactly gezellig, but when you add the people, it certainly should. So I'm here at Hello, I'm Local in Haarlem. Nice little indoor patio. Let's make it gezellig with some cake. We're getting there. Showtime.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah.
Give it up. Big applause. Come on. Man, her mother would be so happy to hear that you did that to her. I'm actually living her mother's dark future. My current present. Yeah, my name is Socrates. I am an American. See that? See that? The slow wheels of justice. Yeah, you guys like fascism. Yeah. What do you think you were cheering for? You paid no attention? Where's Texas? You Texas? You Texas? You're Texan. Yes. Naked, huh? No gun. You feel okay?
I'll be alright.
How long you been here?
15 years.
15 years.
Long enough.
Oof. I'm wondering myself, is that like, it could be for the Netherlands, I'm not really sure. I've been here 14 years. It was for you. It was definitely for you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I'm getting my citizenship.
Mazel tov.
Appreciate that. That silence is because most of them are Dutch. And usually what they'll do is it's a long silence and they're like, okay, woo, yay. Gotta be positive for it, yeah. Old and broken, yeah, that's what the country needs. Unless there's a lot of expats, then there's a lot of big cheering, you know. Especially if it's Russian expats, because they sympathize with me completely. In many ways, more than they really should, but nonetheless. Yeah, I've been living here, like I said, 14 years. I'm a Greek, basically my dad's Greek, and I'm raised in America. And I've been finding that life is very arc-like. I don't know if you know about this or not. Is everybody young in this room? Yeah. See, that's the fun part of the arc. That's the going up and getting better every day part of the arc. That's the good part. I remember that part of the arc. All us old people remember it. Then there's that flat plateauing part, which is kind of good. You know, everything works out all right. And that was just a little while ago. And then there's this sort of sliding down the other side of the arc part where it burns the whole way down. That's what I've been finding out anyway. So, yeah. There's a lot of things that are arc-like I found in life, like relationships seem to have an arc, you know. Anybody in a relationship?
Yeah.
That lack of enthusiasm is, that's mid-arc right there. Because you know what? People in the beginning of the arc, they're not here. They're home right now. They're going, they bought tickets, but they're still having sex home right now. Juicy part of the arc. Ooh, I remember it. Kind of. That's the problem with the downside. You start forgetting the good side at the beginning of the arc too, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I've been doing a tour of the sick houses here in the Netherlands. I've been going to the hospitals. Is this a healthy crowd? Anybody break a bone? Bunch of healthy, coordinated people. I'm not one. Anybody had surgeries? Yeah, just a couple surgeries. Couple. Yeah. I've had 6 broken bones, 7 surgeries, and last month I had my first stroke. Yeah.
First Amendment.
I mean, you know, I hope. Well, not hope. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm open for the future. I don't. You know, God opens one door and pushes you through it. You hit the ground and you wake up later. It's not. It's part of the arc. It's the downside of the screaming bloody part. You know. Yeah, it's weird because a while ago, basically this last year has been a thrilling experience of going to therapy in hospitals for me because a year ago, in March, I learned a Dutch word against my will. That word was aangereden. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a great word. It means to be slammed into because I was aangereden door een scooterklootzak. Because I got ran into by an asshole in a scooter. Yeah. Came around this blind corner and he was coming the other way and didn't see me. He was on the wrong side of the path. I tried to explain to him all the various things he was doing wrong. I didn't have any time, but I just said, ah! And then I went flying through the air like a bird. And I landed like an octopus. I sort of broke half of my arms. And I found out something interesting that day that if you ask for an ambulance in the Netherlands, they will say to you, are you going to pass out? And at the time, I thought the broken arm was sufficient, so I said no, and they said, take a taxi. Some things you do not need to embellish to make them better. So I said to the guy, I think I might pass out. We'll send an ambulance. Woo! Squeaky wheel gets the 112. That's the 911 for you, remember? Now, fast forward to a month ago, by the way, when I called up and said, I think I had a stroke, they were like, we'll send you an ambulance. Yeah. So if you might have broken a leg and you just need the ambulance, ask for the stroke ambulance. I'm not really sure. They showed the hell up instantly, is all I'm saying. But the ambulance that picked me up, unlike a taxi, he had fentanyl. You can get fentanyl from a taxi. But you gotta know the guy, you know, you gotta set it up, wait around, he doesn't show up. It's a whole process. But the ambulance guy hooked me up. And oddly enough though, when he gave me the saline, I was like, oh, that felt so good. Because it did. And he said, that was the saline. Oh, okay. He said, here's the fentanyl. Nothing. Completely horrible drug, highly addictive. I did not enjoy it. But I did get to the hospital. She said to me, would you like a shot of morphine? The day was getting better. Yeah, I'll take a shot. And if you've never had morphine, it's the best. Anybody had morphine in here for medical reasons? Fun reasons? I think it balances if you're wounded more, so I haven't had it without an injury, but morphine's like a warm hug and a cold night. So if they ever give you the option to take some morphine, take it, you know. See, with my case, I saw the x-ray, and I had an x-ray when the doctors looked at it, they went, ugh, which is a really shitty reaction from any doctor whatsoever. They should, internalize at the very least. I saw it, I said, Hope that's not me. So, that's you, all right. Would you like another shot of morphine? Yes, please. They treated me with what they call conservative treatment. You know what this is? Nothing. Just nothing. They gave me the blue strap. Anybody had the blue strap? Oh, you're all healthy. None of you have had it. You ever see anybody with a blue strap? You see us out there, us clumsy people. The blue strap that goes around you, it's blue, it's got a piece of Velcro, so you know it's modern. And they gave me the strap and sent me home with the optimistic term, it comes good. Therapists, doctors, they will all tell you it comes good. My butcher told me it comes good too. But I believed him because he knows bones, you know? So they sent me home with this optimism and told me to keep exercising. And for about 1.5 years, I could only raise my arm about so far. And they told me to keep pushing it up. So I was in my backyard, literally trying to keep my arm exercised, waving to my neighbors. Get this horrible vibe from everybody. I was in Enschede recently, which is really near Germany, and they understood completely what was going on. So I went back to my doctor about 8 months later. I said, Doc, I can't get my arm higher than this. I have arm erectile dysfunction. The first step in becoming good is get it up, and I can't get it higher than that. And he said, Helaas and Pindakaas, which is a useless Dutch saying. If you don't know, it means, oh well, peanut butter. It's not helpful, is it? Doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. But it rhymes. And the Dutch love a good rhyme. You know, that's one of my favorite things about the Netherlands is the Dutch in general is sort of a rhyming language. And I was here about 3 months, and I was taught a strange Dutch phrase, which is "no get into koken." It's just a rhyming thing. It means, unfortunately, fucking in the kitchen. And I have no idea how to use "no get into koken" in context. I have asked many of people. No one said, "Oh, you use it this way." Maybe on Tinder. The one thing I think is possible when you combine Helaas Pindakaas and no get into koken, you end up with satay sauce. So anyway, as far as arcs go, I'm hoping that my arc keeps going a little longer at this point. The one thing I did learn, because on that day actually, it was a hot sunny day. We don't get hot sunny days here, as you well know. Now global warming, woo! Yeah. It's great for our weather. But it was a day that it was hot and nice out. I went outside and I had a little stroke because I was alone and I was happy. But I got tired afterward, which one does. And I took a nap and then I had a big stroke. And I woke up and I couldn't really walk. And if you have these issues, don't screw around, call 112. But the one thing I learned, and I think we can all take this as a lesson, is a day with a stroke is not nearly as nice as a day with a stroke and an orgasm. So, you know, then in the end, a day with a comedy show is nice, but a day with a comedy show, an orgasm. I'm just suggesting it, you never know. Live each day as if it might be your last, because one day you'll be right. Enjoy it while you can. My name is Socrates.